Isn't he Mexican?
Colombian.
He calls himself American.
What is this?
Anchor Baby.
And in this corner, it's the American Anchor Baby.
Daddy's home.
That's an offensive term. People find that hurtful.
You mean it's not politically correct? Excuse me. I'll use the word anchor baby. You know, he's an anchor baby in Canada.
Tell him we still rolling with Trump, too.
Anchor baby, the whole thing sounds horrific. You're just making it sound like immigrants are these horrific, greedy people.
Ustedes pueden aceptar mi negocio o aceptar las consecuencias. Plata o plomo.
So you would be considered white, in my opinion.
You the blackest one in this room.
I think so.
And what happened was his mama got pregnant on the other side of the border. And then a few hours before, just before it was time for him to pop out, she jumped across the border and let him fall on America's soil. So he became the anchor baby. You don't call him the anchor baby for nothing. Amazing.
We like this anchor baby, right?
What the hello? I'm the American Anchor Baby. A little tech thing there. How you doing? I'm the American Anchor Baby. This is my show. Appreciate you tuning on this fine Thursday. What a fine Thursday it is to be back. I see you all tuning in. I appreciate it. Got a bit of a show for you today, and we got to get into it, okay? So I appreciate you being here. You're making it sound like immigrants are these horrific, greedy people. Some of you reacting to the intro. We're going to welcome everybody who's all of my viewers here. We're going to get into a couple of things here. I'm going to take it easy today. Should be a call it loosey, call it goosey, if I may borrow a term. All the things we haven't gotten into. All the things I saved that we didn't get into. Because tomorrow I'm planning a different... I don't know what's going to happen this weekend. I'm hearing rumblings of protests. I don't know. There's energy in the back. There's energy in the air. There's energy in the air of JLP, of people. Just there's motivation in the air of wanting to do this or that. So I don't know what'll happen tomorrow. I don't know if we'll get into news. Let's get into all the things we didn't get into, okay? There's all sorts of stuff happening in the world. Stuff on my mind, and I welcome all of you. You got something maybe on your mind, something maybe you want to talk about? You're more than welcome to. Okay, you see the number. That's 888-775-3773. Something you want to say, something you want to talk about. In fact, I see some of you holding now, and I appreciate your patience. We'll get to everybody. And, of course, everybody tuning in, I welcome you. Thank you, rumble.com/American Anchor Baby. I couldn't start without you guys. We were having some issues there. But I appreciate you being here. Wait, what? What are you talking about, Jules? Oh, about immigrants being horrific, greedy people? What are you talking about, Jules? This is between me and Rumble, okay? You can hold on for a second, okay? Show some decorum. No. The Anchor Baby term makes it sound like we're saying that, but that's not all, but I don't know. People have their disagreements. Jules. They're a net negative. There's that Cato Institute thing going around, thinking of dealing with that. Right. The numbers are in. They're good. You better accept it. Is it all about numbers? But I see you all here on YouTube as well. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Thank you, Rain Man. How you doing, Alias? Him Diddy? Brucey? We got Brucey. Thank you, Jim. How you doing? Right on. And, of course, my people on punchy.tv/Anchor Baby. You're here. You click the like button because you have some semblance of decorum, some semblance of civility. So you've obviously already done that. The rest of you, we see you. It's not like we don't see you. We're like, hey, what's going on? What are we going to do about society? The society question here. You see these guys, they're not clicking the like button. 2% are not clicking the like button, are causing 90% of the problems. Okay, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Maybe you should start clicking the like button. Start loving America. No, wait, hold on. Sorry. We're starting to lose. We're starting to blur borders here. Reel it in. Thank you, Jep. Appreciate that, Ang. Welcome, everybody. Cloud Bob's Kevin. Does not like being told what to do, but shows decorum anyways. He doesn't need to be told to show decorum. Okay, so thank you. So what else? Look, you're hitting the like button. You're chilling out. You're calling and you're watching. And there's a number of things here. Okay, there's a number of things on my mind. I'm like trying to make it all loosey goosey and chill. It's like the first thing on my packet. The first words on my packet here, right at the top: ethnic cleansing. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be a loosey goosey, chill Thursday show. How you doing? Friday, we don't know what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a cool weekend. So, anyways, ethnic cleansing. It's like right here at the top of my packet. A couple of news stories that we didn't really get into. You can maybe even kind of collect them. Start piecing it together. Am I that insane person? That meme? The red lines in the room. I'm telling you guys, I'm piecing it together. But what I'm talking about is not even a conspiracy. It's mainstream. It's just like in your face, right? They called it DEI for a bit. Let me pull some of this up. Hold on. I need all my tabs. Okay, we need the HQ set up. Monitoring the situation. They called it DEI. How you doing, old saucy? Slave to him, mildew grew. Jules, you're not so alone over there. Where was I? Oh yeah. Chill Thursday show, ethnic cleansing. Look. I got Spain on my mind. The UK, there's some guy over in Spain, and he just like a stroke, just an executive stroke of the pen, sort of, gives like 500,000 people citizenship. The UK, they got these agencies, government agencies, and they got their eyes set on the countryside. They're like, you know what? London and all that, it's so nice and diverse now. We need to go into the countryside and diversify that. We need to change some things around, make it happen. And not only that, we got to change the habits of the people there, because the people that are coming, they don't like some of the stuff the people there are doing. The people in the English countryside trying to have some peace and quiet. I'm like trying to comment on the chat, taking tangents. Usually a mistake. If Mark from LA had full control of the army and could do whatever he wanted, do you think he'd ethnically cleanse black? No. I don't think that personally. I'm even just commenting on that just because let's say that's wrong. Okay, I'm talking about the ethnic cleansing of white people here. We're the only thing that's really happening. and you're familiar with like diversity, DEI. It's like what does that mean? It means no white people. You've seen it come down from the government saying no more of this, but they're holding on, right? Trump's like, hey, the FAA and the aviation, no more of this diversity stuff. They just start doing it quietly, calling it other things. And of course, the claim is it's not happening. What replacement? What are you talking about? But of course, it's just in your face now. It's like the census will come out and say less white people. The youngest generations are already minorities. And what was it, like Jennifer Rubin and like these like liberal journalists? They'll say it. They'll go out and like, hey, this is a great thing. This is a good thing. It's a good thing. And it's good because it's gonna allow Democrats to win more. it's going to change America. It's like they say it. You hear about the Pedro Sanchez thing? Pedro Sanchez. I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm making myself laugh. I'm being dumb right now. I'm laughing because it's like my mind just told me, you could say Pedro Sanchez. Pedro Sanchez from Mexico. No, he's not from Mexico. He's from Spain. Where'd I put all that? Because you should have some accuracy in the news. Pedro Sanchez and his 500,000. Like, is it like Reagan's? No. Outrage as Spain legalizes 500,000 migrants. Where did I put all that? You hear about this, though? It wasn't a... Spain to regularize 500,000 undocumented migrants in 2026. I saw someone do the math on that, comparing it to like the population size of America. It would be like Biden with an executive order legalizing 3.5 million, something like that. Something like 3.5 million illegals, just like your citizens. Spain's coalition government confirmed on the 4th of February 2026 that it will move ahead with an extraordinary regularization program expected to grant legal residence to about 500,000 undocumented migrants. Maybe it's like Biden gave them green cards. But that's basically okay. You're going to be a citizen in no time. Speaking to international media in Dubai, Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez argued that the measure is both a moral imperative and an economic necessity, pointing out that immigrants already contribute roughly 10% of the GDP while accounting for barely 1% of public spending outlays. I've seen a lot of debate over that. How much they bring in versus how they take from the public services. And the numbers get muddied up. Like, for example, in America, when comparing illegals, right? Like illegals versus like just immigration, like it gets all muddied up. So I know. I've heard a lot of debates on it. Not like I know. It is a thing, though, that mere people working, creating, doing things. I saw this. They add to a GDP, if I may. I mean, that's a basic. It was this report not even that long ago. It was on how during Biden, I believe it was like almost all of the economic gains in GDP was like foreign labor. I don't even know how they got that, but you see how something that is illicit, so to speak, some don't even agree. No one's illegal. Something that is illicit can provide an economic boost, can be something not illicit, can just be labor and GDP production to politicians who care very little of a nation, so to speak. Okay. So, mere GDP, that's the point. Mere GDP, does that matter? Well, there are, call it less material. It seems pretty material, right? Like where you're from, what God you worship. But yeah, call it less material factors in discriminating on migration. Okay, but anyways, there he's like, no, it's a moral thing. They had that moral thing. It's a moral imperative that these 500,000, under the draft royal decree, any foreign national who can prove 5 months of continuous residence in Spain before December 2025, and who has no serious criminal record may apply for a 1-year residence work authorization. Get in. So, anyways, I'm just thinking about the UK too. This little thing on the countryside. This one was really interesting because there's a particular aspect of this, and let me pull it up. In the UK, Like what? I'm thinking about policy, right? I'm just thinking about policy and what you can boil down the Western governments and their like actual effective policy. I mean, this might be like pretty obvious, but as it stands, it to the normies, I mean, ethnic cleansing is the policy. Like, okay, we're gonna replace you, and not only that, when it doesn't work, you know, you could say, but the people want it. Then it's like they want to be multicultural. Let the people who don't want to be go to the countryside. Well, when you do that, they're actually going to change the countryside so that they could it could be a more hospitable environment for the incoming migrant. You understand? Where was it? Okay, so in the UK, okay, the 2019 Landscapes Review, commissioned by DEFRA, which is the Department for Environment and Food and Rural Affairs. It's over there in the UK, okay? Described England's national parks and protected landscapes. This was led by this Julian Glover individual. I don't know him. Shall we look at him? Julian Glover of the DEFRA. Hey, UK people, is this your guy? Is this your man's? Somebody get your man's? Apparently, described England's national parks and protected landscapes as feeling like an exclusive, mainly white, mainly middle-class club. Noted that the countryside is perceived as a very much white environment by both ethnic minorities and some white people, and warned it could become irrelevant in a multicultural society if it doesn't broaden access. You got to get with the times, countryside. You got to get with it. So you're right. They put in all this money to improving the ethnic diversity of visitors to England's protected landscapes. And here's the thing about that area, the English countryside. Dogs are a thing, okay? You know, dog ownership and all that. I know it's like a thing everywhere, and I don't know like dog history, but I bet you that's where like it kind of comes from, no? Dog ownership, the English, I don't know, maybe some European thing. I'm showing my ignorance, okay, but they're like dog breeds, right? They had dogs that were great at catching birds, like Cocker Spaniels, and dogs that were good at this. So you can see it, maybe it's like an English countryside thing, like it really is. Like the tweed suit, the brown tweed suit, that's an English countryside thing. You have the blue navy for doing business in London, and then the tweed for the countryside. That's like an enduring thing in fashion today. Maybe the dog thing is like that. These people coming in don't like dogs. Some ethnic minority groups, particularly Muslims from Pakistani, Bangladeshi backgrounds, reported discomfort or fear around unleashed dogs in rural areas, citing cultural or religious reasons. Reports on diversity plans mentioned this as a barrier to access or enjoyment of the countryside. Guess where that barrier? Guess what they do with barriers? Guess what the government? Guess what the UK? What they do over there? What they do with those barriers? Country folk. Sorry about that. What's up, cuz? Yes, if you're talking about me. Bless her. Welcome, everybody. Thank you. But anyways, chill Thursday topics. Trying to keep it chill. Like, explain the dog thing, right? Explain the dog thing. Like, okay, no, we're just trying to make it. We're just trying to make sure the countryside doesn't get lost with the times. You know, got to keep it diverse. Got to keep it moving, right? You guys are getting old, not making babies. Got to keep it. Right, the energy flowing, the young migrant, whatever. It's not. We don't like want to do anything to you. But actually, the dog thing's got to go. Whatever. That's a little conspiratorial. Like that still obviously could still fall in line in concert with just like a diverse agenda, like a political diverse agenda. But anyways, it's call it a policy. This is policy. So anyways, whatever. These are a couple of some news stories we didn't get to. Had them collected there. 888-775-3773. I see your calls coming in. I want to get to all of you. Is Trump having a go-off moment? Was this just like not even that long ago? I'm hearing rumblings of a go-off moment, or something like that. Okay.
Percent
Then we'll get to calls.
Of the population, 2% of the population produces 90% of the violent crime. Think of that.
Think of that.
Think of that. And Washington now is a very safe place. I get it all the time. I go into the White House and people that work in the White House come up, sir, I want to thank you so much. Young woman, man. They say, I walk to work. I couldn't have walked to work. I wouldn't have even thought to walk to work before. They walk to work. The place is booming. Restaurants are opening up. The restaurants were almost going to be all closed. They would have been all closed. You couldn't even go. Even if you got there, the restaurant would be robbed with people sitting there. Hold up your hands, everybody. Give us your money. And then they'd whack people with the butt of a gun. And Washington is a very safe city. We have almost no crime.
Is it the safest?
And it's
crime?
a miracle, but it took place very quickly.
That's cool. 2% caused 90% of the crime. I've heard similar commentary. Different numbers. More on where he was, what he's saying there, and other things here in a moment. Appreciate your calls, 888-775-3773. We got Rick out of Hampton, Virginia. I appreciate your call, sir. You're on the air.
What's up, brother Nick? What's going on with you?
All is well, Rick. No complaints here.
Oh, Nick, I gotta apologize to you yesterday, man. I didn't know when I hung up yesterday. I didn't know you were still talking to me. I thought you told me, you had to go.
I don't remember that, Rick. All good though.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I read the chat, man. People like saying, they were saying, I hung up earlier or something. I didn't even realize that, but I do apologize for that.
No harm, no foul. I don't even remember.
No, let me see. I want to ask you, what do you think about, God dang it, on the tip of my tongue, there, Nick, it's on the tip of my tongue. The SAVE Act, was the Republicans able to pass that?
You said the SAVE Act?
Yeah, that's required people to have an ID when they vote.
Oh, cool. No, I'm not. I think I heard about that, but I'm not familiar about the details as it stands. Bill number in the current it says introduced by Representative Chip Roy, a Republican out of Texas. This was earlier January. The Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act, proposed piece of legislation aimed at requiring documentary proof of U.S. citizenship to vote. Okay. Status. Here's the status as of now. Let's see here. The bill has passed the House of Representatives multiple times, including in April 2025, previously in private sessions. It's stalled in the Senate. It's not become a law, and the opposition in the Senate has prevented further progress. Renewed pushes and related bills appear in late and early 2026. So it's still in the works, Bill, that law.
Man, they need to pass. I'm telling you that if you can't see what these Democrats are up to, anything that verifies who you are when it comes to voting. They don't like voter ID. They won't let everybody vote, including animals, to vote. And they know that's the only way they can vote. But it seems like people can see what these people are up to, but they still go vote for them. Then they complain afterwards when they enforce their policies.
I see.
I don't know, Nick.
Yeah. You know, with this voter ID though, let me ask, because I've been following politics and stuff for like I got a better part of it, decade plus, like I forget now, but I'm seeing as these years have gone by, I swear I've seen like old what's that guy, Avi something, do these like Fox News, a man on the streets, like 15 years ago, and he's asking people, do you think voter ID's laws are racist? And the people in the streets are like, it's usually white people. It's like they'll be like, well, yeah, you know, it's like historically blah blah blah, and then they'll ask black people, and they're like, no, I have an ID right here. I swear I've seen videos like that that go back like 10, 15 plus years. So the Republicans have been like, I gather, like, hey, we got to get voter ID for like years and years. And what is going on? Like, so nothing is done? Is that my impression, or is that too short-sighted?
You talking to me, Nick?
Yeah, I'm talking to you, Rick.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you saying what's the state?
It's an old topic, no? This voter ID thing.
Yeah, it was called like when they was trying to pass the budget. That's what's been part of the budget. When they're trying to pass the SAFE Act, that way, you know, people when they go to vote, you got to present an ID and you got to be a U.S. citizen to vote.
Right. Yes, I support that.
I mean, what do you think about that? Would you support that?
Totally, Rick. Big time. It sounds like you got a little stuff going on there, Rick.
Oh, I'm sorry. How about now?
Oh, you're good. But yeah, Rick. Totally. I do support it. I do support it.
You know, it's just so crazy, though, Nick, man. You see what these people are up to. Do you see what the Democrats are up to?
For sure. We see you.
And yeah, but they will still go vote for them.
True.
You know what I'm saying, Nick?
Yeah, and like,
and
we're stuck on voter ID. We're stuck on voter ID. Meanwhile, it's like an endless stream of people, okay? And it's like, whether it's a protected status or it's this or that. And it's they're being counted in the census. Voter ID, it's like, that's like a little, I feel like there's a lot of holes. They're pouring out water, and voter ID is like, we're still trying to plug this little hole up. It's like, get with the program, Republicans, or I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I agree with that. Saying the Republicans have the right idea, but the same thing. So worry about the backlash. This is common sense law. It's nothing illegal, nothing racist. But you know what the Democrats do to sway people, man, and have them emotionally. When they get their emotions, they repeat it over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and that's when people get convinced and roll with the Democrats. Wouldn't you agree, Brother Nick?
Yes, to some degree, yeah. There's probably some of that's happening, Rick. But man, Rick, can you? Is there something else you wanted to say there, sir? Before we move the wheels?
Yeah, I just want to say, man, we gotta pass some kind of voter ID, man. I mean, to me, that's a fair law. And it seems like if you're not an American citizen, you should not be counted in the census. To see the Democrats want that too, because that gets them more representatives in different states. So when you count people that's not citizens, they still get that, still goes toward the congressional count, you see, because every state is awarded 2 senators, but yet the bigger the population, the more representatives they get.
It's a mess,
so
man.
That's why he wants to count. Yeah, that's why he wants to count everybody, including animals. That way, Yep, that's it, Nick. So
Rick, man, call me again, sir. Of course.
Will do. Love y'all guys. Be blessed.
Call me again, Rick. Take care. 888-775-3773. Lines filling up. I want to get to all of you. You guys are telling me interesting things in the chat. What's going on in Canada? What's going on? My little Canada. The bill just passed allowing all future descendants of Canadian citizens to vote in Canada and have Canadian citizenship regardless of ever having stepped foot in Canada. No, there is no bill that has passed in Canada allowing all future descendants. Sorry, him, did he? Grok is. Oh, okay, wait, no, Bill C-3. What you're likely referring to is Bill C-3, an act to amend the Citizenship Act, which did pass, came into force December 2025. The bill addressed the previous first-generation limit on citizenship by descent, which had restricted passing citizenship to children born abroad starting from 2009. What the heck? It's like we're just that's so think about it. It's like then what the heck is a citizenship? It's just like a token. It's just like a cryptocurrency. It's just another freaking token. Okay, I got Canada. I got my Canada chip. Because here's what I'm getting at. They're saying that never happens. They're saying you get let's say you're Canadian, like generations. And at some point it was like probably how it was normally. You're Canadian if your parents are Canadian. It's like passed down. It's like blood to some degree, but whatever. Now you get to the modern era. Okay, actually, you're just born here. You do the citizenship test and all that. And now on top of that, and actually, you know what? Not even born here. Just like your parents, just as long as your parents have, the Canada token, crypto. It's just like a commodity. So anyways, him did he appreciate it. Interesting. Okay. We'll get to calls 888-775-3773. We got calls to get to. And your super chats, buymeacoffee.com/anchor baby. What else? Okay, keep it moving. You guys are going off here. You guys are going off over there. Okay, so I want to get to Art out of Ohio. Appreciate your call. You're on the air.
Hey, Nick, what's up?
What's up, Art? All is well.
So check this out. You was talking to Rick. I don't think he answered your question, but I heard you. You was like, you was saying, why do the Republicans, if they see what's going on with the ID thing, why ain't you said something like, why ain't they changing it up, or why they just seem like they just sitting on their hands, basically?
A little bit of that, yeah, a little bit of that. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but I do recount seeing videos from like decades ago of people going around, man on the street. But why do you think voter ID is racist? It's not racist. It's like, man, this is an old convo. Meanwhile, it's just been like flooding.
Yeah, for sure. But the crazy thing is, you sit there and saying that a lot of this been going on since back there around, like, I remember it just around like Bill Clinton, and it went on into the Bush era and whatnot. A lot of this has been going on since around that time, for sure. Even when they talking about them the voter ID stuff too. If I ain't mistaken, I'm pretty sure it has. And they just, I don't know, I ain't gonna say I don't know, because I mean it's evident, it's kind of evident in 2026. You see what I'm saying? But I don't get it either.
It is actually, I think, what you're saying. It is evident in 2020. I think it is, and it's relevant too, because actually think about it, like it's relevant because you think about the conversation that gets, you're as a voter, the conversation gets presented to you. Hey, we're the Republicans, they're the Democrats. We got to pass this voter ID because the elections are pretty much fine, but you got illegals maybe voting. In which Democrats are like, no, that's a total conspiracy. That's really hard to do. And then so a lot of the audience is like, well, it's probably a little bit in the middle. I mean, yeah, it's probably really difficult, but you know what? We should stop all illegal voting, though. So, yeah, pass it. And it kind of softens the whole thing, because meanwhile, the whole time, there is what is essentially has to be like a coup. It's like a coup against the people, where they're to the level of, now, I know I'm stretching it a bit because I'm thinking of Spain, right? I don't know if you heard of that. Those 500,000 that they legalized.
Yeah, I heard.
Consider, just parallel it to America. We have similar things happening, right? While you're thinking, you're the voter, you're like, well, we got to get these elections secured. It's like it's not even the very election moment. That's like the end that's like the end part of the chain that's maybe compromised, but like the compromise is like way earlier, right? It's like way earlier up in the chain.
Yeah. Yeah. It ain't they only looking at the chain link, but you saying, man, it's dang near 70 to 55% of the chain that you got to basically cut off and replace it. You see what I'm saying?
Totally. Like just like mere things like catch and release. It's like,
well,
we got to secure the elections. They're catching and releasing them by thousands and thousands and thousands, and they're adding to the census, which allows them to add more power to those Democrat areas.
They only looking at cancer in the big toe, and it's cancer all up through the leg, taking over one half of the body. Go ahead, I'm listening.
No, you got it, man. Yeah, 100%.
That's
that's
crazy.
where that like, oh, are you Republicans kind of just sitting on it comes from?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Heck yeah. But I was just thinking about something. I was just thinking about something. It dawned on me. I'm like, remember that video you set showing that Philadelphia, was that police chief?
Oh, the recruitment ad?
Nah, they was dancing. Big Shirley.
That's right. The sheriff.
Yeah, that ain't her name. I'm just being funny.
It's Rochelle Bilal, I think.
Yeah, the dirty Shirley, Big Shirley Bird. She looked like her name should be Big Shirley.
That is such a pitiful, that video shouldn't exist.
Baby looked like she cleaned her chitlins in the bathtub. Her and Kamala Harris.
Like this TikTok style, like dancing video to recruit people. For those who didn't see it, but that's not a good look.
Who do you think? That's just like when you look at some of these news channels or whatnot, and you like, why did that dude or that girl look like a crackhead? You see what I'm saying? And it's like every time, it ain't no coincidence. Every time you cut on the TV, you seeing these same. They look all the same, and they all talking ignorant. You see what I'm saying?
That's who you so think true. Really, saying nothing.
Who you think that they putting in these positions? The worst of. They ain't putting the best of the best of the best of the best. They putting the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's propaganda. It's literally propaganda. Who would vote for this lady? You see it? But check this out and think about it. Look at the demographic of the people where she's at. You see what I'm saying? Y'all like, man, he talking about the black people. Nah, hold up. More than likely, I mean, if you ask me, let's be honest. If you want somebody to guard Nick's house, do you want Nick? If you want somebody to guard your house, do you want the overweight dude or do you want the fit dude?
Yeah, I'm getting nervous with obese. I mean, maybe they got him as like a just like muscle. You just need like heft. Yeah. Maybe there's a strategy here, but no. Yeah, usually I'd be maybe nervous.
And don't be a liberal. Answer the question. Just shoot it out there real quick.
Yeah.
We know.
Fat cop, nervous. I'm nervous.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Woman cop, I'm nervous. Woman and fat, now it's over.
Yeah. We already know what you saying on your end. We get that. We know the meaning on that. We know you got to have something like that around. You see, I'm just saying, generally. So if you looking at Big Shirley Bird down there and Dirty Shirley Bird down there in Philadelphia, and she talking how she talking, do that sound like somebody that you want pulling up to your house? Allegedly, how they make it seem when your alleged baby dad is going off the top ropes in the bedroom, dropping elbows, and you got two black eyes, swole up lips, and when Big Shirley Bird come through, bust down the door, she got chitlin juice dripping all off her fingers, and you think that she gonna save you?
We should AI generate this.
Huh?
We should AI generate what you're describing.
Man, put it together. So yeah, you think she gonna come over there and rush and hit your baby dad, which is the 6'4", big body? You think she gonna come in there? So what I'm saying is, who do you think? It gotta be all SLD students and drug dealers is voting for Big Shirley Bird down there.
But put it like this: you know what's believable? Like, black people have a black tribal mentality and a feminine. They're just like, look, they're weak to mama. So I'm really not surprised.
I was just seeing a video on YouTube where I'm like, man, why they all? I'm seeing a video, and I get the propaganda. I get when they try to, like, even with some Hake's calling your callers, I get the propaganda. Sometimes I had to sit on it and peep it, meaning visualize and catch it, because you know what I mean? Long story, I'm like, man, why they keep, and then the dude said something on his, at the end of his video, I'm like, man, he's so right. As much as you want to be like, man, back off the black people, he said, if I did something like this, I wouldn't put this video out. I would delete it. It's like, man, these mofos are so dumb. And it ain't just black, it's white people too. Did they do dumb stuff and they actually put it out for everybody to see so everybody can see how stupid they are? I don't get it. It's like somebody going and snitching on themselves. You see what I'm saying? Hey, man, I was remember when we was riding down the street and, man, I hung him out the side of my car from a noose on January the 3rd, 2029. You see what I'm saying? They telling you the whole thing. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
So check. All right, we're going to leave that alone. So I'm just going to put that out. So is it funny? So look, check this out, Nick. So America's so busy keeping Iran from having not petroleum. What's that stuff that they need to uranium or something like that
to enrich?
They trying to enrich.
Enriched uranium, plutonium 4 or wherever it is. I forget.
Man, come on, man, Nick. Let me know what the teacher said, or am I still a D- student or what? So bam. So y'all trying to keep Iran from having uranium? I mean, go ahead. You can keep Iran from having uranium. Shoot, if I'm Iran, I'm like, well, shoot, I'm gonna go sneak through these countries and come up through the canal of the Panama and sneak into America. I ain't gonna even fly in it. I just sneak into America. You ain't gotta let Iran. Shoot, I go have kids in America, and then my next generation of kids, they gonna be in control of the missile silos.
Well, what are you saying about Iran? Are you saying that they're like that?
I'm saying that America is trying to keep them from getting it.
Right.
Trump is trying to keep them from having uranium so they can build nuclear bombs.
Right.
Oh well, I'm like, think about if I'm Iran, Trump can do that all he wants. I'm just gonna send my kids up through Panama and have babies in America, and then in the next 10 generations, Iran will have the bombs in it. America will be in control of the bombs.
Yeah, you're talking about multi-order, 5th generation warfare. It's beyond kinetic. It's information. It's yeah.
Yeah, you basically infiltrating by their bloodline. So to say the people that you trying to keep from getting it, they just got to come to America and replace the Native Americans, the ones that got the they just got to come back and just replace us, have more kids, and then they will be in control of the stuff. Same way that you saying you putting up these walls around Israel, we allegedly giving Israel all this money to keep up the walls around Israel, and then at the same time you letting the same people that you trying to protect Israel with walls, with you letting them into America. They in your college schools. It don't make no sense. None of it make no sense. The females are trying to be on the child trafficking stuff. This and this and this and that, when the study's already been proven that if you don't have a man in the house, it's more of a successful that you're going to have an Epstein that's going to be able to get and infiltrate and get your daughter and end up recruiting, because your daughter is coming from a broken home, so she's going to be subject to being captured by creeps like Epstein. You see what I'm saying? Because when you remove the father, God bless you, Art. I'll catch you. God bless
I know
you,
what
Nick.
you're saying, Art. Hey, you think? Well, I guess you got to go, Art. Take care, man. Call me again.
No, go ahead.
No, it's not that important. I was just I'm just commenting. Like, you see the effects. You see Mom Donnie becoming like a New York City over there. It's like, oh, I thought we had more time. I didn't know we were gonna go London so quick. It's but I know what you're saying, sir. Zionism or Islam? What's the bigger threat to America? A question that came up on Punchy yesterday. I feel like it's pertinent.
I feel like it's damn near the same two wings of the American bird, the eagle.
You'll have to call me again and explain that one, man.
All right, I got you. Yep, catch you later.
Oops. 888-775-3773. More calls, more calls. Let's see what y'all saying over here, though, because we got stuff to do, okay? We got a number of things to get into. I appreciate you holding and the patience. I will get to all of you. 888-775-3773. 2%, Mr. Trump. 2%. 2% of the population. What does he say? What did he even say?
2% of the population produces 90%.
90% of the population produces grok. And please inform this guy. Produces 90% of the violent crime.
Of the violent crime.
Of the violent crime. Is that true? Is that true? We've heard similar stats that come from like the FBI and stuff, like about what am I talking about here? What's the 13% or whatever? They're talking about black crime, right? 2%. No, the claim that 2% of the population produces 90% of the violent crime is not accurate based on available statistics. Crime, especially violent crime, follows a highly skewed distribution, similar to an 80-20 rule. A small percentage of people often repeat are persistent offenders. So Grok is like, no. But here's the thing, Grok. Here's the thing you're not understanding. Trump, you're not in his head. And it very well may be true for what he's thinking about. Okay? And that happens often. When he's thinking of like 2% of the population in like what he was, some number in like real numbers that were showing him about like a certain area maybe and how they dealt with it and have fixed it. And like, wow, 90% reduction when we got rid of just these people. So Grok agrees though that it is highly skewed. And we know this from the years of people reporting it. It was, remember, it was very racist. It remains, I believe it remains very racist, I hear, to, I think, simply just merely mention the disparity in black crime, which is not a number that I'm like up on. So let me not tell you what it is, but you heard it. It's just, there's a disparity. Very few commit a whole bunch. That's why it's the problem. But 2%. We're just fact checking Mr. Trump there. Getting fact checked there because they want peace and quiet. It's weird. This all like, I'm showing you the peace and quiet map, which is also very racist. Okay, like why does crime correlate with fried chicken? Fast food restaurants, like why? So anyways, obviously, bahaha, yuck, yuck, like that's the on-the-nose joke. I think they recently did an update to the peace and quiet map. You can, all Martin Luther King boulevards in I believe in commemoration have been highlighted gold. All Martin Luther King boulevards, I think. Why am I even looking it up? But anyways, so I want to get back to my calls here, folks. Look, we got more things to get into. I think we're done with Trump there. And peace and quiet. I want to get to, let's see here. I want to get to Brandi out of Hawaii. How you doing, Brandi? You're on the air.
Hey, morning.
What's up, Brandi?
Well, I guess it's afternoon for you guys now, huh? Hey,
you know what? It's just
caller.
Before noon.
Is it?
Yep.
It's still considered morning then, huh?
11:50. Isn't that morning?
Yeah.
11:50.
Yeah, it's
1 in the morning.
Going 10 o'clock here almost.
Yeah, 11, you'd say 11:51 in the morning.
Yep, that's true. Hey, I wanted to thank William number 7. That's why I'm actually calling. For defending me, I think, going on 3 weeks ago now, tomorrow. I appreciate it.
What are you talking about?
William, number 7. William.
I think I know that, William.
He defended me. Yes.
He
called
defended you.
Hake and defended me.
He defended you against who? Against whom or what?
Against Jesse and Hake that were being mean to me.
What did they do, Brandi?
They were
Brandi,
teasing
come
me.
here. What did old Jesse and James do to you?
They said that I didn't hear from God and that I was crazy and that I was in my imagination. And they, yeah, pretty much, that I was crazy. And I'm
And
not
so what did
crazy.
William do?
And William defended me. He called and I just wanted to say I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I
What did
meant
he
to
say, though?
something
Like,
a
what-
long time ago. He said a lot.
He basically said he
Go back.
believes you or whatever? He defended
just
your
said that
honor.
They were being mean.
Oh,
Yes,
he said they were being mean?
defended my honor.
Did William say that? Did William
They
say
were
that?
they were being mean to me.
That's what William said?
Yes.
And you felt better
Yes.
when he said that?
No, I mean, I don't know if I felt anything about it, but I just wanted to say thank you. That was very sweet of you. And I wanted to say thank you to Alan for the advice. I got my son a naturopath doctor, and we were trying different things to help him because he's autistic. I was telling you guys.
Oh, yeah.
So
What's wrong with
I'm
your son?
trying to help
He's
him.
autistic. You know, I'm missing
Yeah,
some
he's
lore.
autistic.
I'm missing some lore, to be honest. Brandi and so you heard from God, you said?
Yes, I was telling them that oh my gosh, I'm too tired for this to go through the whole story.
Well, you don't have to. You can
when I was
abridge
a kid,
abridge it for the anchor baby.
When I was a kid,
Because how could they do that, right? You just, how did you hear from God? How about, let's get to that.
Well, when I was really shy and I had a learning disability too. I didn't know it was autism and ADHD, so it definitely is genetic if we both have it. And back in the 90s, when I was, a little older, but we didn't have technology, so I spent a lot of quiet time. That's why I know Jesse's right. It was like I had a lot of silent prayer time as a kid, and I didn't call it that. I was just quiet a lot. And I would ask questions pretty much. And, I was thinking the other day, because Jesse, he was like, why would God say this to you or tell you this or whatever? And I was like pondering it. And I was like, what does he call it? Be a doormat. I was a doormat as a kid. Like people would, like adults, would say things, or even kids, but mostly adults, would say like mean things, and I would do nothing back to them. I wouldn't say anything. I would just take it, and I would just ask questions, like to myself, kind of, like when you're, why are people like that, or what's wrong with them, or just questions throughout my life. I would talk to him and ask questions, and that's why I think that he would sometimes respond. It's not like he would always respond, but
when you say he
and
would
it
respond,
wasn't
what do you
a
mean
loud voice.
You're
It
talking
wasn't
about
a
God.
loud voice coming. Yes. It's like a download. That's like the best way I could describe it, like a download. Where you're getting this information, but there's no sound to it. I don't know how to describe that.
And
It's
that's
hard.
when you say he would sometimes respond, you're talking about this download?
I'm talking about God. Yeah, I would ask a question, like why are they acting this way, or what's wrong with them, or why is she such a B word, or.
And you're talking about your family there?
Mostly my family, but even just people in general, when you're living your life and somebody says something to you, or I wouldn't respond to them. I would just take it and sit there, and then I would just ask questions to myself.
And what would God tell you?
What's wrong with them? Why are there so different things? Like what I was talking to Jesse about is that I got a vaccine. That was the conversation was about. Was when I was I think I was around 10. I got a vaccine, and I remember it affecting me. I sat on the curb, and I was like, what the heck? I was kind of praying, don't let it take me, because it was really, I don't even know how to describe it, but I was sitting on the curb, and then weeks later, I went to my aunt's house, and I was outside. I was telling Jesse I was outside, and I was asking God, like, what's wrong with my family? What's wrong with me? Because I had this disability. What's wrong with me? And he said that, how was it worded? I was asking him questions about, like, my future, my son. He said that my son would have it.
You weren't pregnant then? This was years ago.
No, I was like 9 or
And God said your son will what?
He said that he would have it. He didn't call it autism because I'm asking him what's wrong with me. Why can't I absorb information? Like I had a really bad memory. It's like they would show me a lesson, whatever, and I couldn't withhold the information. I had some kind of learning difficulty, and they didn't have a name for autism back then, especially for girls. I just found out I'm autistic from studying my son.
But you were saying God told you that your son will what?
Yeah. He said, your son will have it worse than you because you will forget. And I just got that vaccine right beforehand. That's what the whole conversation was about.
So God told you your son will have it worse than you?
Yes, he said that. And it was a download. It wasn't like a loud voice coming from the sky.
When you were saying, why are they like this, my family? What did you mean?
They were very abusive. Like they would, for example, my aunt would just make remarks like call me Pig Bundy. Hey, Pig Bundy, and like just stuff like that. And I'm like, what the hell? Why would you make that comment to me? So I just like asked
what
questions.
Do you mean, like Ted Bundy,
what's
but like
her
a
problem?
pig?
You know Pig Bundy, like from Married with Children?
No, I'm not familiar. Pig Bundy? It sounds like a funny name.
Pig, like pig, like.
Oh, Peg.
Pig, yeah, Pig.
Well, what's wrong with being Peg
Married
Bundy?
with Children. I don't know, but when you're like 10 and some lady's calling you Pig Bundy, like what the hell? I don't know what the hell that means.
It was a
She's like trying to insult me.
You didn't understand. Okay, so they were really mean, and then God told you your son's going to have... What was the relation between them being mean and your son having autism?
I was outside because they were being... Oh, my gosh. I was outside because they were being mean. That's what pushed me outside, and I was asking... There was, like, more to the story, but I'm just trying to make it fast because it's such a long
So you were mad,
story.
you came outside, they were being abusive, you were mad, and God talked to you. He's like, one day you're going to have a son, and your son's going to have it worse than you. That sounds pretty terrible. That sounds terrible. So wait, so God was kicking you while you were down?
He's like straight to the point. Kinda, yeah. I mean, I was asking what's wrong with me, and he's telling me
they're being mean to you. You come outside, you're like, God help me, and he's like, you're gonna have a son, and it's gonna be worse. Why was God giving you a son with autism?
He didn't give me the son with autism. Sorry, my son's like trying to climb on me right now.
You're saying God gave you the son with autism, right?
He was just telling me what was going to happen in the future because I would forget and get him I would get him vaccinated because I would forget that it affected me. I'm not lying about the story. It's a true story. I forgot all about it, but since I'm like self-employed now and cleaning, I'm alone a lot more.
Well, why was God telling you that? What was the point of him telling you that?
I don't know. Maybe to tell me, like, so that when it happens, I don't know. He even told me I'd forget. I don't know why he would tell me.
Was it to get back at your family?
I'm thinking, there's a piece in the Bible. I'm going to try to find it again, and I'll call you back on it. But it did say something like that God tells you these things. I forget how it was worded. I'll have to call back on that. So that when you see it coming or something, I forget how it's worded, so I don't want to get wrong. But there is a reason he tells you things.
No, but why did he tell you about your son, though?
Because I was asking him questions. I asked him.
So why did he tell you that when you asked him about your family and how mean they were?
Well, it was like I was sitting out there for like over an hour asking him all kinds of questions and talking to him. I talked to him all the time. He didn't always respond. I'm not crazy. I'm not lying.
No, but I'm
and
just
it's
wondering
not like a loud voice came from the sky.
I'm wondering if there was a purpose to that because I thought there was a purpose. I may have missed it. I have
There
a
may
very
be. I don't.
I have a
I'm-
spotty knowledge of the lore between your calls and the thing that you're describing between James and all that. I have a spotty lore. I thought I remembered you saying that God was telling you that your son's going to have it worse, which will teach your family a lesson or something like that. Is that true or no?
No, it has nothing. No, it has nothing to do with my family.
Do you think
I
that
would just
your
they.
feelings over your family? Do you think what you're thinking, what you thought about them, and all that? Do you think any of that translated to between you and your son?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with them.
Oh, okay.
I think that I went in
And so
a
why
lot,
was it
like
mean?
Jesse
And
talked
then we gotta move
about.
on. Why was it mean when they told you they didn't believe you that God was speaking to you?
I don't really care if they're. I'm just saying. I just wanted to thank William because he went out of his way to say something about it. I just wanted to thank him. I don't care if you guys believe me or not. I'm 100%.
Why was it mean?
Sure. Because you're kind of taking my words and twisting them and telling me I'm crazy. And how did he word it? He said that I was confused. I'm not confused at all. I know exactly what I heard.
You sound
not
you
confused.
sound confused. You sound like
That's
I don't know
you
why
guys.
he told me
That's
that. I don't know why he told me, and it's just this big mystery of like autism being passed down. I'm waiting to see the big picture. I'm waiting. Hey God, tell me why is this that right? So it sounds confusing. Number one, number two, and I just don't understand why God would be doing these things. But I'm
remembering.
I don't think he speaks to you in that way. So that's just my opinion.
Yeah, it is your opinion. You don't know everything. I have visions too. So do you guys?
But why
have
was it
visions?
mean? That's what I want to know. Why was it
Just
mean?
because
if God
just
really
because
spoke
it-
to you and it's like, okay, nobody believes me, but who cares? Like, why is that mean? Like, of course they're not gonna like. Why is that? Why would that be mean? Why would you need some? Why would you feel better that someone defended you? It's like God's speaking to me.
I didn't say
Who
I
cares about
defended.
you
That's
guys?
like part
God's
of you
speaking to
guys
me.
taking my words. You guys are taking my words and twisting them against me. That's kind of narcissistic.
What words?
I didn't
what
say
words were
that he
twisted
was
against
being
you?
mean.
You did say that.
Oh
No. You said that Jesse and
I'm
James
just
were being mean to
saying
you.
what William was calling about.
No, but
Oh
hold
my
on.
gosh,
I'm not
never
twisting
mind.
those words. You
I'm gonna
said
go.
Jesse and James were being mean to you. You did say that. I'm not twisting those words.
What I heard as a kid and everything that's happened.
But let's
100%
just
true.
clearing that up. I'm not
lying.
twisting those words,
I'm
right?
not
Jesse, you said that
confused.
about Jesse James.
I'm saying what William was calling in about, and they were being
know.
kind of mean to me, yes, a little bit. Because when it's mean to tell me I'm confused when I'm not confused. That's you thinking I'm
confused just listening to you. But hey, last question from the audience. Being stuck on this story, is this a sign of craziness?
I'm just explaining. It's been 3 weeks since I brought it up, so am I really stuck on craziness?
Yeah, 3 weeks
I'm
is a long
calling
time.
you
that you're
because
stuck
I
on it.
actually have a day off to be able to call and thank William. I meant to thank him when I called Jesse like over a week ago, but I forgot to do it because it was just so early in the morning. I totally forgot. But
That's
I wanted
fine.
to thank him.
Hey, no, that's fine. That's fine. But you mean you did?
He
It's
didn't
3
have to
weeks.
defend
It's
me.
like
I'm
you
not.
were thinking about it since then.
No, I just had my day off, and he called, so I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to call and thank him. I totally forgot all about it, so I'm not stuck on it.
It's your day off. You should
It's
be
like
chilling.
I'm living my life, and as
in
I'm
Hawaii, you're
dealing,
like a day off in Hawaii, and you're calling the anchor baby to defend some story that I didn't even know all of it. You're like, you believe me, right, Nick? You believe me though, right? Am I being mean saying that, or am I just being like the only person being honest with you? Because that's what you sound like.
I don't care
Brandi.
if you believe me.
Like, you believe
I'm
me, right,
just
Nick?
calling because. Did I say that?
Pretty much. That's the
Did
spirit.
I say, Nick? Do you believe me? Do you believe me, Nick?
You didn't have
Did
to
I
say
say
it.
that? I didn't say that.
You didn't have to say
I
it.
didn't say that.
You didn't
I
have
don't
to.
care if you believe me. I don't care. Honestly, these are 100% true stories. I'm not lying. I have no reason to lie.
I didn't say you're lying.
And
I
I
didn't
don't
say you're
know.
lying. I didn't say you're lying.
It's like I'm
No.
remembering it as I'm
Let's
dealing
slow
with
down.
my son.
Let's slow down. I'm not saying you're a liar. I'm not saying any of that.
Telling me I'm
If I don't
crazy
believe
and
it-
that I'm confused is telling me I'm lying. You're just not straight up coming out and saying it.
No, that's not it. I believe. I don't know exactly what's going on in your head. I don't know, but
Plus,
crazy
I
people don't
wanted to call
necessarily
Jesse. I
lie.
woke up so late. You guys.
You feel me? Like, I'm just trying to be succinct, not mean. No, for real. That's just me being succinct. That's, you know, that I'm being straight up with you. But anyways, look. What's my belief about it got to do? Shouldn't you expect this? If God doesn't. This is not a thing I believe in. Look, so this is not me telling you, hey, Nick's right. If these guys don't believe me, doesn't matter. God's speaking to me. But I'm just saying, why would you trip about it? Doesn't this come with the territory? You know, when God speaks to somebody, then the world like not believe you. You know, like doesn't that come with the territory or something? But I don't believe that, Brandi. But hey, I wish you well with that.
I didn't ask if you believed me.
I know.
I'm just calling to thank William for thinking of me. He didn't have to defend me, and I just wanted to give him a shout out.
Take care. Anything else you want to talk about, Brandi?
Nope, I'm good.
Call me.
Back maybe
oh, wait. Maybe last question from the audience. Who are you? No, wait. I don't know if that was for you. Well, thank you, Brandi. William 7, he's a kind guy. Shout out. Take care, Brandi. Call me.
Shout out. I'll call you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's your day off. Chin up in Hawaii. Bye-bye. We got calls. We got stuff to do. Now you're a bad guy? So what else here? What else? Look, we got calls here. What are you guys saying over here? Thank you. Buymeacoffee.com/anchorbaby. I don't know if I read these. Thank you, Linya and Chin, man. Appreciate the super chat. Says, I liked RoboCop, Human Cyborg, when I saw him the first time as a 4-year-old. Especially shooting the guy in the bleep RoboCop can lift hundreds of tons. Okay. Thank you, Linya and Chin. He was answering my question on RoboCop's power scale. You know, like, is he like a wall? Is he wall level? Building level? You know, city block level? Okay, so what are we doing here? Let's see. Because the lines are going. I feel like I got some bit funny things here for you. But how about we just keep it going here? We got John out of Houston, Texas. Appreciate your call. You're on the air.
Wow. Hey, thank you so much for taking my call, Nick.
What's up,
shall
John?
I say? American anchor, baby.
This is true. They call him American. I mean, he calls himself American.
His mama jumped the border, popped out the baby, and jumped it back across.
Yep. And then he became the anchor baby.
So, I wanted to respond to some comments from throughout the show.
For sure.
Firstly, the British policy, like political stuff, like they say that dogs are making the Arabs uncomfortable.
Yes. The people in the peace and quiet of the English countryside, they like having dogs, but that's a barrier to the the Pakistani and Bangladeshi migrants they want to put there. They're complaining.
Right, because I had a guy that I was renting one of my rooms to who was, very scared of my dogs. And luckily, like, I managed to get him out of the house pretty quick. But I just want to say, yeah, so he was only here for like 3 days, and luckily he didn't like have to get really ingrained here. Of course, my dogs are, always barking at him, and he was scared of my dog, so he wouldn't try to be friends with my dog. So they sensed that he was scared of them. And energy is a real thing like that. So
it's I don't know. It's a cultural thing, maybe, or something. Yeah, there's some that don't like them. But are you saying that they're foreign? I missed it.
I think he was born in America, or maybe came here in America. He's around our age, 30s. Maybe he was in his 20s. And, he would say, like, man, these mutts, he talked down on the dogs.
Oh,
and
he's, like, mean about it?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm over here, I'm trying to get the situation under control, and he's trying to get me to evict the dogs.
Can you just keep them away from him?
Well, yeah, I put them in a cage usually, but even when we were just talking, he would, make a comment about the dog being a mutt, and the mutts always attack.
That's what he says.
Yes, word for word.
But when the dogs are in the cage, is that keep them away from him?
Yeah,
Can you
they're
just
in the
can you
cage.
do that? Can you keep them away from him? Is that possible?
Yeah, but while I was not here one day,
Whoa,
they dug
earthquake?
out.
No, never mind. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
No. We're good. You were saying?
That's why I like Texas. We don't have that earthquake issue.
Maybe a little
Snow, no snow. Right, but they dug out, and then he called me and told me that the animal control was here, and then that's when I said, okay, you got to go. You got to go. I need to keep my dogs under control. I didn't say it like that, but I just wanted to say that, a dog, it can be like when you're just like laying down and you're kind of stressed out, and a dog comes and lays next to you. It does like lower your stress. Like, so that's what I wanted to comment about on the British policies. So to explain myself, am I supposed to just like go over to one of these Pakistanis' house and lay down next to them in a bed? Can I do that? No.
No, I don't suggest that. But
No.
they're not going to replace your dog in that way. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's an English thing, maybe. It's a white. It's kind of maybe a white thing. Dogs. I'm talking about history, in like a more than just like a cringy way. Call it maybe a long time ago, but that your dogs are in a different. They're in your own space, right? They're not in any shared space with this guy. I'm stuck on the dogs.
Well, this is like I said, I rented one of my rooms. It's in
it's
my
one
house.
of your rooms. That's what it is.
In my house.
Oh, okay.
And he was very much in my house.
You said it's multiple dogs?
Yeah, I have 2 dogs.
Well, it sounds like that guy has to like accept because you knew what he was coming into, but you're already telling him to go. Okay, I'm caught up. You're telling him he's got to go. And that's where that ended, huh?
Yeah, and it was like, and then he texted me later. He said, "Did you get rid of the dogs?" No. And then that was it. Then it was understood.
Are they a problem? Are they like all
Well-
over? There's hair everywhere. There's like, like it's partly. I feel like partly there's something he has to accept, knowing what he was coming into. But I wish you well in that, sir. It sounds like you're dealing with it.
Okay, and then, sorry I wasn't too clear about it, or we miscommunicated. But moving on, I did want to call for the one reason you mentioned that Zionism was maybe America was under attack from Zionism, maybe?
I said that?
Maybe you said Zionism, and then on the other side, I was on the call with
There was a
Art.
question on Punchy yesterday. Someone asked, they're asking everybody, what's a bigger threat to America, Islam or Zionism?
And maybe it's both, because I had super chat, to be clear, I had super chatted Jesse, and I think I talked to you, that I don't know what Zionism is. So it might be like an intellectual kind of thing. And maybe I should sit down and write, like, on a paper, front and back, like everything that I know about, immigration policy, I guess. But
why? Why would you have to do that? Personally, the question...
Because...
that question is merely... Just because a question is posed doesn't mean you need to answer it. When that question was posed, it was an invitation for people that have something to say about it to say something about it. But if you don't, to sit down and think about it, sit down and write a list. Let me try and come up with a reason. That doesn't even...
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not...
I'm writing an essay.
Uh-huh.
I'm writing an essay, and I'm not going to write an essay about it, but I do think that when we have so many... This is a tangent, but an intellectual tangent, but when there are so many intellectual ideas, it's good to sit down and maybe just write a little essay on something like self-control, front and back, on a piece of paper. Everything you know. Not just like what you can look up, but like, what do you know right now about it? But that's just a tangent to protect yourself from intellectual, things. And going back to circling around, what is Zionism? Because it's an ism, so what is Zionism? We don't know.
People who want the existence of Israel, basically.
But why is it Zionism?
And they like ally and support that too, basically.
Well, that's a definition, but you don't know that.
I mean, it's good enough for me for these purposes.
And then, right, well, seriously, I've never met a Jew my whole life, ever. I live in Houston, Texas. Actually, I think I did go to a bar mitzvah, like, randomly. A random bar mitzvah of someone I never knew, I remember it now, but...
Well, there's programs for that, maybe, I think. I think there's programs
to meet a Jew?
for that. Yeah, I think so, yeah. If you want to be educated, I think there's resources. In fact,
I don't want to be educated.
I think they go out of their way for this. They want community outreach. They want to make allies of the community. So you're definitely welcome. I think there are resources for that, man. So if you want to meet Jews, learn about them and all that, there may be local resources around you. John, Houston,
I have
Texas,
actually
man.
met a Jew on
what?
Discord. I have talked to a Jew on Discord that was doing like an outreach thing, and he was just trying to educate people.
See? There you go.
It was on Discord.
John, man, can you call me again?
I did need to ask you one question.
Of course. Go ahead.
Is it a race or a religion? That's just what...
Both.
No, it cannot be. I believe that it's just the people that love the God of Abraham, and then That all happened, and the religion was Israelites.
Well, tell
was the
that
religion.
to the Jews who don't think that, and they're like, "Well, I'm still Jewish." And then if you flipped it and said, "Well, no, Jews, it's like this cultural thing," then tell that to the Jews that are like, "No, it's a religion." It's like take it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who you're contending with, right? Like me. But that's
So
for me.
they're
That's good enough. For me, that's
intellectuals.
good enough to say both. I mean, why not? But anyway,
They're intellectuals.
John, can you call me again? Yeah, it's definitely intellectual.
What is Zionism? All right, have a nice one.
In my opinion, just my definition. I mean, I'm pretty
You're
sure it's pretty close.
educated.
It's someone who wants the existence of Israel and the nationalism for Israel. Thank you, John. Call me again.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Yo, what's up with the lines filling up? How you doing? Appreciate your super chats and all that. What's up, Brandi? People being. It says Islam is the greatest threat to America and the world. This isn't a puzzle. Appreciate that, Brandi. I mean, I agree. Can it be like pretty obvious? I mean, I try to keep it simple. I look around, right? I look around in I'm perched up vantage. I'm looking across America. I'm like, that's a lot of Muslims. They don't like America. You know, it's not as overt in any other way. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to you, Brandi from Hawaii. So we got more calls. We got stuff here, but look. What am I going to do here? What am I going to do? Because some of this is interesting to me. How about we do this? Gordon, you've been holding for so long, and I appreciate your patience out of California. You're on the air.
Hey, amazing. I made it, finally.
Right on, Gordon.
Good.
Thank you for that.
What I was wondering, that gets me, is why so many, mainly all the Democrats, and a lot of them are white, why they are so concerned about illegal aliens over, apparently, American citizens.
Mm-hmm.
They'll go to jail for an illegal alien or protest for illegal aliens being arrested, but it's amazing to me when I think about it. It's kind of crazy.
It's wild to think about the aligning different motivations here, but then to peel it all back and see how it's a spiritual battle, you know. Yeah, it's angry people, but how do you get this person? How do you get those people out there, like you said, taking bullets even for illegals? I mean, you have these aligning things that are happening. You have like these white people. They have this, and it goes beyond white too, because so many are raised in this, in the same environment they were, which is what? Anti-racist. It's a historic guilt, the American historic sin. And so there's a big penance going on for them. You got these other people who are like, I don't care about all that. I'm on the receiving end. You're the criminal. And so you see, so they're out there together, but they're really devils even against each other. And
apparently it's a lot of white guilt.
Yeah, man.
I can see.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. I mean, I used to have it. In fact, my parents were real liberal, but you know, they're older and they're gone now. But they're kind of, they felt bad for the blacks, Negroes.
Yep.
And which is I didn't understand at the time, but anyway. But why? You can't feel bad for anybody.
That's so true. That's not love.
Yeah, it's not love, but they kind of brainwash themselves, whatever, doing that.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because, like, I have a son that's kind of liberal, and he says, well, we need the aliens, immigrants, because we need their labor. But I said, we already have 350 million people in the country. We have enough labor.
Yeah.
We don't need it. We don't need any more people, really. For sure.
Right.
Anyway,
that's not to mention the bumps on the logs on the streets. I mean, there's maybe creative things for them to do. There's a way. I'm sure I'm sure a charismatic fellow could spur them on or something. But
I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, that's it.
Use a little bit of force. But hey, Gordon, man, you said your parents were like that too. Quick thoughts before you go. You know, we're trying to peel it back. Any first order principles here? Like how did? Because Okay, they got brainwashed. Okay, they got educated, but how? Like, do you have an insight into that, if at all
Well,
any? How did your
well,
parents fall for that?
It's probably a family background. They're from Boston, and Boston is very well at the time. It was like 100 years ago, maybe 80 years ago. They, my father he reacted to all the, I guess the Yankees in Boston because they controlled everything and stuff. I don't know. And the Irish and the Italians, they lived. It's kind of weird, but back east, people lived in areas with their ethnicity, like Italians lived with Italians, Irish lived with the Irish, and they all hated the Yankees. And so my father sort of went with the Italians and Irish and sort of hated the Yankees, which was like the ruling governmental class, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can think of. You know, he kind of reacted to that and became a Democrat, whatever. But he didn't do anything.
I appreciate your answer for that.
It's kind of it's a family history anyway. And only interesting to me. But anyway. All right, buddy. I'm going to get going.
Call me again, Gordon.
I will. Thanks, sir. Thanks.
For
Adios.
Sure. It was interesting to me, too. 888-775-3773. Lines are still going, and we got to get to all of you. What did I have here for y'all? Because look, we could break it up a little bit, no? In the last bit here, we can break it up a little bit. all this talk, you know, goyim, right? The revealed Jewish supremacist Jeffrey Epstein from his emails, infamous Jewish supremacist revealed Jewish supremacist Jeffrey Epstein. That's not every Jew. Okay, calm down. And there's there's this like tribal talk, all this racial talk, peace and quiet. Trump's talking about 2%. Kind of thematic, call it thematic. There's this guy who's so interesting. He's a very interesting guy. Okay. And hold on. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Where did I put this? You got to give me a sec here. Then we're going to get to calls and all that. We're going to get to all of you. 888-775-3773. There's this guy. I have a link somewhere. Where'd I put it? It's my fault. Laptop's a little slow, but, you know, I went off with the tabs here. I'm going off. You know. I wish maybe I had a little more RAM. Maybe. I don't know. Come on. You got to give this a second. It's thinking. It's loading. There's this guy who's speaking to these. He's an older black individual. He's from Africa, but I believe he's from Uganda, but I forget from where. And his commentary has. Oh yeah, that's right. He's from Benin. Benin. I'm remembering now. Let me just search up Benin, because this is all frozen. Why is this happening? Yo, I like actually can't do anything. Hold on. This is ridiculous. Yo, this is crazy. What's going on? I'm trying to show you something. Okay, I don't have a stream deck anymore. Bill, what's going on here? See, I got this thing here that lets me control the show. It is not doing anything. You were watching, folks. You were watching. Nobody touched anything. I'm getting this is an intelligence attack. Okay. Okay, I just got to restart this thing or something. Wow, this is actually possible. I was thinking this would clear up. it's getting worse. All right, folks. I mean, I got all these calls I want to get to. I don't know who it is. I can't see because somebody got billed for me. Like I don't know what's going on here. Hey, caller. No, wait, hold on. Let me guess here. Who's here? Who do I want to get to? Hey, caller, your name and where are you calling from? Hello?
Thank you. Yes.
Hey, caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Thank you. All right.
Okay. Do something else here. Hey, caller?
Can you hear me?
Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
Hey, William number 7 from Northern California.
What's up, William? How you doing? Welcome.
Hey, I was just responding to that lady who was the caller before the last one.
She was talking about you.
She was thanking me. She said that I was
her shining knight in armor.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm pretty brown. But
you're brown?
No, I
that's more
I
shocking than
was able to
anything. I
relate.
just didn't think of you as brown for some reason.
Yeah, well, maybe I talk like my ancestors.
Okay, yeah, no, I remember.
Anyway.
I remember. So you're her shining knight, her shining brown knight.
Well, basically,
her glowing shea buttered knight in shining
serious.
armor.
Yeah, let's get serious. So the reason why I called in because I could relate because I had a slow start in life and I was not diagnosed with autism, but I had a learning disability and was in special classes as a youngster. And so, and I was raised in an orphanage for a while, so who knows what they injected me with. But basically, I also had a learning disability, didn't know if I was going to go or do anything in life, and then something happened right after. Are you there?
I'm here. Can you still hear me?
Oh, I'm hearing a bong.
I'm not sure. Things are happening with this computer,
anyway.
and I'm sure Bill's still on his way.
All right.
Well, go ahead.
So basically, I just could relate because I wondered what was wrong with me as a youngster, and then for whatever reason, I outgrew it and actually became an honor student in high school, which shocked everybody. So I just think you can awaken from whatever stupor we're in. And so what I had told Hake was that you guys were kind of unrelenting on her, challenging her story about what she wanted to share. And that's all I was saying. I don't know if they were mean, but I think they were they just
Did
seemed
she
like
call
they
them?
Were, she had called in, and it was during the Jesse Lee Peterson show. And he kept harping on her, like, how do you know that was God? How do you know that was God? And she just was saying, it's just, I'm just telling you the story and the fact that what happened came to pass. And I don't think, so that's all I was saying.
So she didn't answer?
Well, they got her all flustered. And I understand that.
So you feel bad for her?
Anyway, I didn't feel bad. I just called because I could relate.
So is it true you were defending her?
I was giving her my perspective on the whole thing, yes. So she probably looked at it as defending, and maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. And then Mark called in and said I was being a mama, and I think Mark said I had white guilt. That made me laugh. Anyway,
just came back.
So Zionism. So just shout out to her. I think it sounds like she's getting a handle on things, and that's awesome.
But how do you know?
But I said, sounds like it.
Right, so how do you know? How do you know?
I said, no, I didn't say I know. I said it sounds like it.
So why defend? Why do you feel the need to defend something that you don't know?
Anyway, can we move on? I'm not going to play your games.
Wait. Am I missing something here, William? Because I'm the one with autism because I'm like, you called me about this, or am I tripping?
Well, no, I had called.
You called me about Brandi, or am I tripping?
Well, no, that was one of the reasons.
Oh, but it's like, oh no, I'm not going to answer you or comment on it. Like, oh, wait, am I tripping right now? Didn't you call me about this?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing in that studio.
It's you called me about Brandi, and it's like I'm going to call me. You're like, no, I don't want to hear that.
Well, no, yeah, I just saying shout out to Brandi. I was just, I did call. What I was calling for more clarity was that I could relate because I understood what she was going through because I also had those thoughts and silent prayers as a young child.
And what is it that you related to?
Why is families and people so mean and evil? Were you not listening to her?
Yeah, but I mean, you said
okay.
She said a lot of
All
things. She's also said she heard from God audibly. So I'm wondering what part you relate to.
Did she say that? I don't
She
remember
did say
saying
that.
But okay. Okay. Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? So she said a lot of things. You weren't listening to her, bro. So, she said a lot
What
of
a
things.
mess.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Anyway, so like I said, I would rather just talk to Brandi. I was hoping to get on with her, but I was behind the live feed, so she had already hung up when I called in.
but here's the problem with that, because her family, if you've been listening at all, her family wasn't even, her family was destroying. They were destroying themselves. They were attacking themselves. That's what people do with the hell inside of them, right? So for you to say, "Hey, you know what, Brandi? Those people, I do understand. Those people are mean." You're saying, you need defense, Brandi. You need defense
just
from.
for clarity.
Hold
what
on,
did you say I said?
Huh?
Oh, okay.
You're saying.
What did you say I said?
About what?
You're even twisting my words, and just in this last in our current conversation, you are twisting, or maybe not misremembering the intent of my words.
In
what
way?
I said was I too had a learning disability and was looked upon and made fun of because I was slow.
And this is what I was saying.
So that's where my compassion comes from.
I didn't twist any of that. Didn't even finish what I was saying. I was saying I didn't say you said anything. I was saying that you're relating with her, calling in a defender from the mean people, but that's not even what Jesse would. That's not even what. Hold on, let me finish. That's not even what. That's not even what's going on. That's not even what's happening with Brandi. So if you're defending her from Jesse, James, and her mean family,
I was defending her.
You're helping her stay in her hell. So you're not being a nice guy.
She said I was defending her.
He's just gonna keep talking over you. All right.
Well,
thank you, William. Hello.
Hello.
What's your question or comment, William?
Well, there is a time delay. I'm sorry, sir. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Go ahead.
So, Zionism. I was under the impression
okay, saying there's a time
talking
delay.
about.
Understood.
Yeah, I'm just talking about. So the next subject I want to, because I have to get back to work. I'm a working man. I don't have time to just talk all day. Basically, I thought Zionism had to do with the end of time when sin and death is no more, and all creation live in harmony and peace on the earth. And that's and the word.
You didn't like the earlier conversation?
It has nothing to do with whether I like it. I got to get back to work.
All right, man. Call me again then. Appreciate it, sir.
So anyway, so you don't want to talk about the Zion?
Oh, okay. Go ahead. I thought you
Peace
were
out.
getting to work. My bad.
Never mind. I got to go. Bye.
All right, peace. Take care, William. Call me again. 888-775-3773. Yeah. Evil people need to group up and need defense. Okay. We got Olave, Norway. Appreciate your call. You're on the air.
Hey, thank you. I just wanted to ask you about a biblical verse.
Of course, go ahead.
Matthew 21:21.
What's that say?
It says, hang on. Jesus answered and said unto them, Verily I say unto you, if ye have faith and no doubts, and doubt not, ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also if ye shall say unto this mountain, Be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, it shall be done.
Wow. What do you think?
So there's probably simpler versions if you just look. This is just AI. Google AI.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts. That's the thing. I don't really have any thoughts about it, but I just want to know if there's anything deeper about it because, let's put it like this. All right, I don't believe in free will and all that stuff, but I still find myself wanting things. I've got dreams and I've got things I want to do and blah blah blah. And I'm thinking if I just have faith, I can do it. And I know. And the funny thing is, I know that I can do it if I really want to, because I've experienced that in the past. But I'm just thinking, all right, but is there anything deeper, like something that is trying to say that doesn't really have to do with just wanting something? Because if people can want anything, right? I mean, people can want, sex and money and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
I think it's maybe more than that.
So my question.
I think it's maybe deeper than that.
Yeah. So
But
my
I'm not
question.
sure.
So my question is, like, what is I guess does it have to do with wanting or not?
No, I don't think so. I think your concept of wanting might be maybe what's holding you back. But I can't really be sure, because this faith that moves mountains it's like deep, and I wish I really, really deeply knew what this verse meant. But think about it. I think what you should try to figure out, it's like why do you have this? Why is your faith not doubtless? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think it's about like, well, what do I want? And let me just want it enough and I'll get it. I mean, like you just said,
Well,
people
I'm
want
not
sex,
really
people
thinking
want
about
all sorts of things.
Well, I'm not really thinking about the doubts because I don't think in that way. But the thing is, I just have dreams I want to fulfill. I have dreams. I mean, I guess you could call them ambitions, but I just refer to them as dreams. There's things I want to do. So I'm just thinking, well, maybe this verse means something else, and that's what I'm.
So there's things you want to do. Are there things you don't want to do?
Things I don't want to do.
Because so far in the call, you've told me there's things you want to do, and you've also told me that you don't do them. Are there things you don't want to do?
No, well, not really.
There's nothing in your life. There's nothing in life that's like, oh, I don't want to do that.
Well, I don't think about it.
But there are things in your life that you wouldn't want to do.
In my life,
yeah.
And
that you do anyways.
I don't want to sit still and eat, garbage food. I want to work out. I actually had my first workout in forever. Just today, I did a full body workout. And Monday, I'm starting like full body workout 3 times a week. So I mean, I guess that's cool. But I guess it's sort of things you figure out, along the way. All right, maybe I don't want to, blah blah blah. Drink so much water. I'm getting, I'm getting, too many blah blah blah. But listen, what I do want to say is.
But I don't understand that. You're getting too many. What
does it? Do you know what it means? That I'm hungry. I really am hungry to know what that means.
Well, I don't know. I'm just asking you questions. I don't know. I'm trying to understand.
So you don't know?
No, but.
Well, I don't really think about it. I just want to know.
Right, but I have some thoughts about it. I don't have I don't have like I don't know if I have like the answer, right? But I have some thoughts about it. And to get you to understand what I'm saying, I'm asking you a simple question, which is, you're saying, I want this and I want that. and you think that this is what this verse is talking about. Truly, I tell you, if you have faith and do not doubt, you think it's about your wants. So I'm merely asking you about your wants because maybe you haven't thought about it a little bit differently. Because consider for a moment that you told me so far that there are things you want, but yet you don't do them.
Oh,
Isn't that strange? You said to me, I want to do this, I want to do that, but I don't. I knew if I really wanted to, I could. That means you're telling me you don't do them.
Some of the I guess some of the things I want to do is put the talents I have to use.
And you're not totally doing that in your mind.
The thing I'm thinking, I'm just thinking. I might be. I'm just wondering if I'm approaching it wrong, because when I'm thinking about what I want to do, I'm thinking about this verse, and that's what's keeping me in that part. I'm thinking about this verse because I've already experienced it before let's put it like this, some things you're given to by good and some things are given to you by evil, right? But I know that it's, the fact in and of itself. If I want to go, it's, and I'm weak, I'm going to get a weak girl, or, something like that, right? I'm going to get.
And if you're good, you're going to be strong. God sends you a good girl?
No, he's not going to send me, but it's, if I get one, it's going to be, right?
Like good sent you a girl?
Well, but
you don't quite believe that.
But if we happen,
God's not going to send you a girl.
It's going to be.
Good doesn't send you anything, because when good being one with the Father, being good, it's like you're whole. You don't need it. Why would it send you anything?
No, he doesn't. Not like that.
Right.
But he. No, but you're not. It's kind of like the whole Sodom and Gomorrah thing. Like, God didn't kill anyone; He just let them die. So it's like He will let it happen. He will let two people come together, type of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay, but we're going off the path here. You're saying, are there things in your life that you do that you don't want to do, but you do them anyways? And are there things in your life that you wish you could do, but you don't do?
Or that I don't do? Yeah, sure.
Are there things that you wish you could? Are there things that you want to do, but you don't do? And are there things that you don't want to do that you do anyways?
Well, I'm working towards it, right? But I'm just thinking, well, maybe I shouldn't, work towards anything, because
the question was, are you doing things that you wish you wouldn't do, and are there things you wish you could do that you aren't doing?
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
Are there things that you do that you wish you wouldn't do?
That I wish I wouldn't do?
Yeah, are there things that you do that you wish you wouldn't do?
Let's put it like this: if I go and eat a cinnamon bun, that's not the first thing I would want to do, because it makes me feel sick, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the thing I don't want to do, but at the same time,
and you do it anyways, right?
It's all about staying present, right?
Well, stay with me though. Yet you do it anyways, right?
Well, it's on me, but I get what you're saying.
Okay, and then there are things that you, and then there's the opposite is true as well. There are things you want to do but you don't do. That
I don't do.
Is that true about your life? Are there things that you want to do but you don't do?
Well, I haven't thought about that.
It would be like the opposite of the previous question.
I'm sorry?
It would be like the opposite of the previous question.
Well, what was the previous question?
Are there things that you do that you wish you didn't do? Like you mentioned,
I'm sorry, I'm not getting the context.
Well, we were talking about this verse, and you were saying that it's about want, and I was asking you these questions to describe how want is a strange thing. Maybe it's not even you wanting things, because as we just showed, or are trying to, there are things you do that you don't want to do, and there are things that you want to do that you don't do. So who's really in control? Maybe consider that. I personally don't totally
Well,
know.
I'm wondering.
But I don't know what it means.
Some things. I mean, I'm just. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that should you look to that verse and think that you should just go with the flow type of thing?
No.
See what happens. Just whatever. Just
you should not do. If you ask me, my suggestion, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't I wouldn't go through life and then as decisions are coming up, think about the verse and do all the things you were talking about. Personally, I think you could drop that and just live.
All right.
I personally think you could drop that, in my opinion.
All right.
Yeah, because it's like, what are you having faith about? Like you said, in my opinion, just to answer, in my opinion, I think you could drop that.
All right. All right, that's cool. That is cool.
Olave, man, can you call me again? We got the last few minutes here.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Thank you, sir. Call me again.
Thank you.
888-775-3773. I'm losing brain cells listening to this conversation. You gotta understand, I'm like an intellectual too, right? So, I'm describing things. I'm like describing my thoughts about this verse too, and I just think that that's what it's about. Like, it's not about what your wants are. I mean, let me just set my mind to it. I'm just gonna set my mind to it. But then, why do you have doubts? Which is a paradox, right? Maybe you can't just set your mind to it if you simply knew what was going on inside of you. But anyways. Matthew 21. But I don't think you got to live any life like that. Like, let me reflect on it every time a decision comes up, or wow, you know what? I'm starting to understand what Olave was maybe even asking further. I'm stuck on the verse, but I think, Olave, maybe what your question should be is, how do I not have doubt? I'm realizing. And I'm going to have to smoke on that. But yeah, Olave, maybe that's maybe even that's what you meant, or maybe that's a better question. Think about it. That's an amazing question. How do I not have doubt, concerning this Matthew 21? We were just talking about it. All right, folks. That's it for me, okay? More American Anchor, baby. Tomorrow we got Open Line Friday, the Hake Report, the Fallen State, and more American Anchor, baby. We done went through it all. We done did it, okay? Thank you for the super chats and all that. Wait, what are you saying about the code? All right, we'll have to talk about it tomorrow. I appreciate it, folks. I'm trying to say bye here. All right, for real now. We got to say bye. Take care. See you tomorrow. More American Anchor, baby. Peace.